Welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at some really interesting recent Thai news broadcasts and, well, financial reports detailing major shifts in Thailand's tourism sector.
Yeah, they're completely restructuring their strategy. It's a massive shift.
Right, so between January and mid-July of this year, Thailand welcomed like almost 17 million foreign tourists, and that generated roughly 90 billion baht.
Which is just a huge, undeniable boom.
It's massive, but here's the mission of our deep dive today. Why, right in the middle of this massive influx, is the Thai government suddenly slashing visa lengths in half
Yeah.
and, simultaneously paying its own citizens to go on vacation.
Well, they're rewiring everything. It's a totally different approach to managing international visitors while launching this huge domestic stimulus.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Okay.
Because to really summarize the main points of the news here, you have to look at how Thailand is treating its tourism industry almost like a diversified investment portfolio.
Yeah.
They're actively hedging global risks by balancing foreign volume with local spending.
Exactly. And the foreign side of that portfolio used to be all about maximizing duration. But now they're actually reducing the visa-free stay from 60 days down to 30 days.
Hmm.
And this impacts 65 different countries.
Wow, 65 countries. That's a huge chunk of their market.
Yeah. The sources actually use a great analogy for this. They say the government wants to operate like a taxi driver who prioritizes short, high-paying fares rather than long, low-budget trips.
Wait, but I'm doing the math here. Slashing the visa time in half? I mean, doesn't that sound like a great way to accidentally slash your revenue in half, too? Are they just accepting that loss?
Well, what's fascinating here is not necessarily. I mean, if you look at the daily velocity of spending, a tourist on a short trip usually packs in, expensive dinners, day tours, premium hotels.
Right, they're splurging because they're only there for a week.
Exactly. Whereas long-term visitors, they tend to settle into a much cheaper routine. Plus, the data shows that target demographics aren't even staying that long anyway.
Like who, for example?
Well, Indian tourists, for instance, they only average about a 7-day stay. So a 30-day limit doesn't really deter that high-volume short-stay market at all.
Okay, that makes sense. They're maximizing the spend per day.
Yeah.
But I also noticed in the reports there's a security angle here too, right? With the Thailand Digital Arrival Card, the TDAC.
Yeah, they are implementing stricter airport screenings right alongside these shorter visas. The logic there is that a 60-day visa offers a pretty wide window for, transnational criminals.
Oh, to run scams and stuff.
Right, to exploit the system and establish operational bases. So shrinking that window to 30 days closes those loopholes and makes it significantly harder to maintain those illegal footholds.
So, okay, if you're intentionally filtering out long-term visitors, you're inherently taking a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
Because what happens when global travel inevitably dips?
Right, due to volatile, unpredictable things like geopolitical tensions.
Exactly. So how do they fill those empty hotel beds? They don't look outward, they look inward.
Mm.
Which brings us to the domestic hedge.
Yeah, the Thai Plus program, this is basically the government building a massive safety net at home. They're offering 500,000 rights for a 50% copay subsidy.
Which is up to 3,000 paid per person, right?
Yes, covering hotels, flights, car rentals, and even day tours across all 77 provinces.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Launching a national subsidy like that, I mean, that can be a complete logistical nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. It usually is.
But they aren't wasting money building a brand new system. They're forcing users to book through the Paotang digital wallet app.
Which is an app the public already knows, uses, and trusts every single day.
Exactly. It's such a smart logistical move.
It really is. And looking at the bigger macroeconomic picture, the government is only spending 1.75 billion baht on this domestic program, but they expect a massive 32 billion baht economic spinoff.
Wait, hold on. How does 1.75 billion magically turn into 32 billion?
Well, it's all about the multiplier effect, right?
Yeah.
The government pays half the hotel bill, but the citizen pays the other half out of pocket.
Right, okay.
Then that hotel owner takes that combined revenue and goes out and spends it at a local food market. And those vendors spend it on local services.
So it just forces the money to rapidly change hands within the local economy.
Exactly, which drastically reduces their reliance on unpredictable foreign income.
Wow. So to summarize the main points of the news here, Thailand is actively tightening the gates for long-term budget foreigners. And at the same time, they're actively paying their own citizens to travel and sustain the economy.
That's exactly it.
It's a huge shift, and it makes you wonder, how might a 30-day visa limit or, a 3,000 baht domestic subsidy change how you plan a trip in Thailand?
Yeah, and I think there's a broader, more provocative question to leave you with, too. If Thailand successfully controls its economic destiny by treating its own citizens as its most valuable tourists, will other tourism-heavy nations soon be forced to copy this exact blueprint?